Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Devuta
sir.
sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Now I am going to mute all of you and then we will start because I
Hi,
just
sir.
need mark
Hi, sir.
your numbers so that I can mark you present. Because if I don't see in this chat mode your hello, I will mark you absent.
Okay, sir. How are you?
I am fine and I think you all were little bit naughty, right?
So, what was the glitch about?
There was something, I don't know, I didn't ask him so much, but there was an issue. And anyway, now we are
I'll
okay.
send on group. I know what was that.
Huh?
I know, sir, what was that glitch. I'll send it on the group.
No, never mind. I don't know. So there's no sense in speculation. Okay, let's see how many of you are there around participant 57 now.
Madhav, send it on your group, that video, okay?
I'm going to check your attendance from the roll numbers I see. Okay.
क्या बोल रहा है
And that,
भाई
बरोबर.
that is
तो भाई
end of
वो
it.
जो
I
वीडियो मेरे
will
पास
have.
भेजी थी ना,
Oi,
जो
quiet. And everybody who is in the meeting, ensure to say hello on chat so that I get correctly. Right now I get 58 here and then I will find that you all are not around. Okay, clear?
पंत
वो
I'm going to now mute all of you.
ओके सर
You can't unmute. Okay, ठीक है? Okay. Now I have got the stage, correct? And we have already lost fair amount of time. So let us move. Now we will start on rule number 7 because we have finished up to 6. I am quite clear about it. And rule number 7. Now risk of collision. Okay, here. Every vessel shall use all available means everything possible just to determine if the risk of collision exists. If there is a doubt, we assume it exists. Simple. We don't take any risk. Now, proper use shall be made of radar equipment if fitted and operational. That is, if you have radar, which is always there, means there is no ship without radars. These rules were written long back and nobody likes to change the language unnecessarily. So they are left it like that. So radar equipment is to be used long range scanning to obtain early warning of risk of collision. That is, I keep my radar on say 12 miles, then I increase it to 24 miles. A big ship will be detected maybe at 15, 16, 18 miles range. Whereas our ROR actually starts applying when you see ships closely, and especially when you look at night time. That is the time you are looking at it, the side light range, like anything between 1-2 miles, whatever it is based on the ship. We are looking at that is the time ROR starts applying. But this is the risk of collision we are trying to establish by this long range scan. Clear? Everybody is clear, I suppose now. That is 24 miles range. I will try. Maybe I'll pick up something on 20 miles. I start. Equivalent systematic observations of the detected objects. Whatever I detect, I keep on monitoring it. Next is assumption shall not be made on the basis of scanty information. Scanty information is dangerous, especially scanty radar information. You see what happens, radar is just an echo we pick up. We have not seen it. And then we start making too many assumptions based on one point, what we have seen, it is dangerous. And radars can have errors. Radar did not show like things like iceberg and all. So we have got other issues. Now, when we want to determine if the risk of collision exists, now these following considerations are part of it, among those taken into account, but that is not the only thing. These are the ones which should be considered, whereas there can be more things than this. These ones you must consider. Compass bearing of an approaching vessel does not appreciably change. That means, you see something and relative bearing doesn't change. Now here, when we say compass bearing, we are talking about, we are heading on a particular heading, and what we see that the bearing of the target is not changing much. Small changes are there, because what happens, even ship is also yawing. Yawing means ship doesn't go straight. Normally with normal weather, ship goes little bit like a drunkard guy walking, zigzagging sort of. Small zigzagging. So there can be some change because of that. And that is the reason we say that small changes may be there. Appreciably change means it should be significant. It can't be just a small change. A small change may happen because of your own movement. Then sometimes this risk may exist even when you think appreciable bearing change. Now what happens is, when the target is very far off, we see only one point, one single point like a finger, and we can take the bearing. Ship comes closer. It is a fatter target. So then it has got dimensions. Now that can create a problem. So when approaching a very large vessel or a tow means there are two things, 1 and 2. So you consider those two together because it is tow. Or when you are simply very close. If you are very close, you don't know from where you are going to take the bearing. So you may say there is an appreciable bearing change. Oh, it changed by 20 degrees, but that doesn't mean you are clear. This is the point. Now, what happens is, in the beginning, probably you will realize when you start doing it, that you do some mental calculation and then you say, okay, I'll be clearing by so much. But still, at times, the judgments go wrong. Now, this happens in our day-to-day life. Sometimes, once in a while, when you're crossing the road, correct? When you're crossing the road, you are looking at the vehicle. Car is coming and you are crossing the road. But you think you are clearing and suddenly you realize you're too close. Then what we do? We run across. Correct? Because there is an error in judgment. Now, similar errors in judgment will happen. And in this case, you are the ship and you can't run faster because you are already on maximum speed. So that is where the risk gets involved. Then you have to read this. This is the most important part. This is how we look at it. It is officer of watch's responsibility, as soon as he or she sees another vessel, must determine if the risk of collision exists and use every possible thing. And it is all the time we assume it is going to be risky till it is proved other way around. That means our condition, appreciable change of bearing, is very important, because then we rule it out. So we always start with it is going to collide, and then we rule it out. It is not like we first assume that there is no risk, we will see when the risk comes. No. Our job is to rule out the risk. That is how we work. And anyway, we are going further down. Read this explanation. And we move to rule number 8. Okay. And also something I had to tell you, I'm having little problem with the website. Okay. But I don't want to touch it right now. So in case there is any issue, just see this part, the site information. If it is on HTTPS, then remove that S and you should get it right. Okay, now comes, we determine, rule number 7, we are determining if the risk of collision exists. Now the question comes, yes, if it exists, then what? Then we need to take action to avoid collision. Now the issue starts. We have to take action. What action? How? So we have got a guidelines here. Any action taken to avoid collision will be in accordance with these rules, whatever rules we are following, rules of this part. And if the circumstances of the case admit, that means if the situation permits you, be positive means it is, you are going to take action to make sure it is ample. Okay. And then made in ample time. It is not to be made at the last minute. And with due regard to the observance of good seamanship. Now, this particular part applies to most of the alterations of the courses or whatever. Instead of saying alteration of courses, you can also take actions you are taking at sea. Because, for example, on a radar, you picked up a target at about 14 miles and you realize it's going to come close. So what you did alteration of the course well in advance when the ship was 8 nautical miles off. Okay, like at night, 8 nautical miles, you can't see the ship theoretically. So that means you are made in ample time. And observance of good seamanship. Good seamanship is like, why should I wait till end? If I can do something in time and stay relaxed, I should do that. That is observance of good seamanship. Now, any alteration of course and or speed. Now, you see, when we talk about it, because these are the two things you have got in your hand. Course, what you are steering, and the speed. Now, one of the issues which will come afterwards, that is in C, we will discuss it. So right now we assume we can alter the course or alter the speed. Now, if the circumstances of the case admit, be large enough, really apparent to other vessel observing visually or by radar, both ways. Now, when you are looking at something and you can see the ship visually, if she alters the course, you can see, okay, she has changed the direction. Now, it is more difficult, the response time is longer if you are observing on radar, because radar will not show you, it shows you only one dot. So the tracking of that dot. So it should be large enough in normal sense, when we say at least about say 40-50 degrees, 40 to 50 degrees alteration will be large enough to be seen. Again, it depends on the range. At times you may have to do 90 degrees if you are close. Otherwise, generally about 50 degrees, 60 degrees, anything of that sort of a thing, you are okay. And very important, succession of small alterations of course and speed should be avoided. Succession of small alterations is like I am steering a direction, then I alter course by 10 degrees. Then I find it is not sufficient, so I alter 10 more degrees. Then I alter 10 more degrees. That should be avoided because that doesn't give a clear signal. It should be a bold action, which should be noticed by somebody. Yes, this is done boldly. And small changes should be avoided. Now comes the most important part. If there is sufficient sea room, the alteration of course alone may be the most effective action to avoid close quarters situation. Close quarters means you don't know you're going to collide or no. You can't say definitely you're going to collide, but it gives you anxious movement. That is close quarter situation. And the important part is alteration of this course. The reason is moment you put the helm, the ship starts swinging. It takes maybe about 15-20 seconds to start the swing, and she will alter. That means if you want to displace the ship from intended course, direction, and the spot, like there is a collision spot. Say if I go straight, I'm going to collide with somebody after about say range of 1 nautical mile or say 2 kilometers. When I alter course, I can avoid that spot much faster than trying to alter by my speed. So sufficient speed, sea room means you are at sea, you will be always on maximum speed, full speed, and that is where alteration of course alone may be most effective. Now, this is something you have to understand. The ships cannot be stopped that easily, instantly. Here, you are avoiding alteration, you are avoiding a collision, and you will be too close. So, the alteration of course generally will clear you. But if you think you can reduce the speed, it takes long time for ship to drop the speed. It will take maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes by the time you will collide. That is the reason we always prefer alteration of course. And if it becomes desperate case, you can stop the ship's engine, but there will be momentum. That is the reason we prefer alteration of course. Only thing is, when I alter for one ship, I should not end up with another close quarter situation with another ship because I altered too much. That is what you have to watch out. Whatever action you take, it should not result in another mess. One minute, Deepak has got some difficulty. 1 minute. Now, so the problem is I had to find it from. Now I don't know what is when this Deepak. Deepak किधर है? I can't. What is the problem, Deepak? Okay, fine. Testing. Okay, good. Okay. Any action you take must have some sort of an intention. No, my intention has to be passing at safe distance. So it has to be such action that it will result in passing at safe distance. It is not like going and touching each other. It has to. That is why you are taking action. So it must result in passing at safe distance. And effectiveness of the action shall be checked till other vessel is finally passed and clear. It is the same thing if you play cricket, correct? When you duck a ball on a bumper, what do? You duck it because you don't want to come in the way. So that is passing. Ball passes at a safe distance. But effectiveness of the action, like the coach must have told you that don't take your eyes off the ball, correct? That is how you play cricket. Don't take your eyes off the ball. Or if you're crossing the road, what we do? I look at right, I see the traffic, I see a car approaching me, I am crossing the road. I don't take my eyes off. Okay, on Indian roads, you do find people taking their eyes off, but that is wrong. You must track the car till you are finally clear. No? Because if your judgment is wrong, you will meet accident. It is possible to get wrong judgment. So this is that part. Till everything is fast and clear. And if necessary, to avoid collision, allow more time. Avoid collision is one part, that is action, or allow more time to think, to assess the situation. Vessel shall slacken her speed or take all the way off by stopping or reversing on means of propulsion. Now, this is extreme case. Stopping and reversing means of propulsion means you are totally stopping. This stopping here, this word, means stopping the engine, but the ship is still moving. And reversing engines means you come to standstill, completely stop. Now, this is something if you are driving, okay? If you're driving and there is little chaotic situation in front of you, you don't know what is happening. What do? We lift up our foot from the accelerator so that it starts slowing down. Then we start braking to reduce speed. And if required, we stop completely and assess the situation and then we restart. Same thing we are doing here, but only it is little more difficult at sea because ships can't be stopped that easily. You can stop the ship's engine and reversing her means of propulsion will need some more time. That means you may be needing about 20 minutes to stop the ship. That is the problem. Now vessel, which means any ship, which is by any of the rules is required not to impede the passage or safe passage of another ship. Take early action to allow sufficient sea room, because this is where you apply basically in narrow channels, deep drafted vessel or vessel not under command, or basically I will say a traffic separation scheme, because those places you have got smaller vehicles operating. Now those smaller ships, when they operate, they have been told because you have got no issues, and those ships have got an issue because a big ship has got draft. They can't just move around anywhere they feel like. They have got a passage, safe passage. So that time others are told you keep clear. So they must take early action to allow sufficient sea room for the safe passage of other ships. Don't come and interfere. Idea is not to interfere when somebody has to follow the passage. Correct? Like if the car is coming in your society, you are not supposed to interfere, right? You don't interfere with the car which is coming in. You have to stop your game and all. And that time, don't play around. Just give them safe passage. And that is what we are talking about. This part, vessel required not to impede the passage or safe passage of another is not relieved of this obligation if approaching the other vessel so as to involve risk of collision, and shall, when taking action, have full regard to action which may be required by the rules of this part. Because it says they had to take early action, everything all right, but when taking action, they must think about complying with these rules. They cannot just say that we will do anything we feel like, but we are avoiding the action. No, they still need to follow the rules. A vessel, the passage of which is not impeded, not to be impeded, remains fully obliged to comply with the rules of this part when two vessels are meeting to avoid the risk of collision. Now, this part you have to understand. When I have got a restriction that I can't move out of the channel because my draft is too much, or there are other reasons that I can't move out of it, everything fine. But other ones, they have been told you don't impede the passage, everything fine. But I do not get exemption from the rules saying that I am big, I cannot move out of it. No. They will make allowance, means it's same thing. You're playing something in your society. Car comes in, a truck comes in. You're supposed to stay clear. Now, in spite of that, suppose you come in the middle, it doesn't give right to the car or truck to knock you off. That is what we are talking here. It says yes, they should be out of the way, but that doesn't mean that they have got right to knock up somebody and say I'm not responsible. No, responsibility still lies. What happens is normally the ships who need the safe passage, their issue is basically the alteration of the course because they are in a narrow channel. But it is possible for them to reduce the speed, stop the ship, and allow the situation to clear. So that is where there is some action they can take. Only thing, it becomes impracticable, but fine, it is not impossible. That is the point. Now, this explanation you all have to read. Now, this is one part I will say. What is safe distance? It depends on the situation. A safe distance for a big ship will say 1 nautical mile. Some places you say like 1 kilometer here. This is something about dynamic zone which is created locally to ensure that the the big ships don't feel threatened. But when you look at the small ship, they really don't have to worry so much because the big ship is simply too big. We get the situation. Take always the cases I will like to give you from a crowded marketplace or something like that, crowded road. In the car, you have got blind sector. You are not clear on your left hand side how much is the clearance, and you keep on telling that guy move back, move back. Whereas that guy who's standing there, or a small cart or something, he says ane do, ane do. Why? He says there is a space. For him, there is enough space. Now, this is relative. I will say, I want to see that guy clearly. That guy says, Arey bhai, there is enough of space. You come. This is exactly what happens here. So, the safe distance is very difficult to judge. It is not something, everybody's perception of safe distance will change. We at least most of the companies are telling you today that you must keep at least 1.5 mile off from other ships in clear waters. Why? Avoid anxiety, avoid any bad judgments. Anything happens, is the risk involved is simply too much. Now read this part till end. And there is no excuse for an officer on watch in the open sea to find himself or herself in a close quarters or collision risk situation, because in open waters you have got a lot of freedom. You can go in any direction, whichever way you like, no issues. Okay, so today we are going to stop here, and now don't leave because I want to tell you few things. I will allow you all to, I'm unmuting all of you, and remember few things now. Okay, don't talk unnecessarily, otherwise I'll mute you all. Chalo. I had to mute.
बढ़िया है.
Okay, now let's get to something. I have not seen anybody taking the test. I have not seen feedback coming on ROR. Like you all are sending me SOT, which I will compile. One of the days I'm going to sit and compile everybody's. So if you are behind also, just cover it up. Situation right now still means, I will say still probably we are looking another maybe 25 days. That is how I am looking at it. Whatever happens, we need to cover up the syllabus. Now everything is available, especially for ROR. So there is no excuse. Take the test, try it out. Only one guy has taken the test. He didn't do well, but anyway, that's not the issue. I don't expect you all to do well. But take the test. Go easily on the test. There is no time limit. Idea is you start understanding how the language becomes trickier. And I have sent you on the first day first day I have sent you the syllabus. So the definitions, write to make sure you know it perfectly word to word. Light identification, go through my website only. There is something about light identification. There are slides, it's like PPT. Go through that. That is elimination process to identify correct vessel, what light is showing. And you will find it becoming easier. All I am saying is at least put half an hour, 45 minutes when you are bored, because ROR is something, you don't have to sit continuously. You can't sit continuously. At times it's easier to take something for 15 minutes, half an hour, and do it. Now, this is ROR is something you can't escape. You need ROR till the day you quit sea life. So it's better karna hai, you do it properly from the very beginning. And just go through these rules now. What you have to do, what you have to describe in your own words, write it down, okay? And check with each other, no problem, that whether somebody can understand what you are saying. If what you are supposed to know in your own words, you write it down accordingly and see if you're missing any points, anything. Your syllabus is well defined, so there is no issue on the syllabus, okay? And then we try to solve the questions I have sent you. And I expect you at least taking some interest. And one test a week at least. You try a test till you start feeling challenged by it. Now, let's see where you are. Chats, any problem? I have given you syllabus, so don't ask me word to word कौन सा लिखना चाहिए, nothing. You have everything, okay? You have everything given very clearly. Rule number, this, definitions, what is it? You see, you must know it word by word. Like, let me see, I have it here also. Problem is with this, it gets cluttered. These are the tests I have sent you. Huh? I have given you there, so I'm not going to search now. Okay. This is what happens in the. Okay, we are back on screen. Tomorrow, nothing is there. Again, the next week we will have the similar thing, but I may be taking 2 lectures next week. And on Monday, anyway, we start on SOT. Okay, so do little bit reading. My intention is, if we get stuck like this for next 20-25 days, let us finish off everything. So when you come back, you will not be overloaded, because there will be load anyway. When you come back, you also will be feeling free after so many days of imprisonment. So that time I don't want excessive load, so we can go relax that time if you continue doing the way. SOT, I think few guys are very regular in sending, and a lot of them are not sending. If you are not sending, you heard the Pal sir. Okay. What is this one? Jitendra, what? Whole page, one rule, or there is specific part. What is it? I have sent you. Don't you check your mail? Huh? And Asif, the propellers, anything is not the issue. The problem is the momentum. You realize the momentum involved is so big. Okay, that is the reason the ships can't stop instantly. Because ships, when you take a typical container ship, fully loaded of say 20,000 TEU ship, it has got a weight of about 2.5 lakh tons, 2.5 lakh metric tons, which is moving through water at say a velocity of something like 35 kilometers per hour. You realize how much energy is involved. That is the reason. Okay, and then go through that first day's mail. I have given you everything. Why Yola, is it fine? One guy is asking if there is only clear understanding or rules concerning tugboats, fishing vessel. Tugboats don't come in ROR anywhere. No, you have to do exactly according to your syllabus and you can get full marks. Your last batch has scored 89% class aggregate. Okay, 89% class aggregate has been a very good performance, and I expect you all are smarter, so you should do better. Unless you are telling me you all are not smart. Huh? And now I will unmute you. Then you can say yes, sir. Okay. Okay, unmuted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, we have got 70 guys marked here. Okay. So on Monday we have got regular one SOT, Code of Safe Working Practices. Okay. Chalo, have good weekend. I will.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Chalo.
Bye, sir.
Ten.